Everything I've gotten in life is largely due to the fact that I was born in this country, America. At this time, with these opportunities for its citizens, it is the primary obligation of our generation to turn over a similar America to our kids. In his book, The World is Flat, Friedman introduces us to the idea of the flat world and how it has enveloped our nation. The flat world, filled with all of its technological and economic globalization, can be viewed as opportunistic as well as challenging to our world. It has provided us with the ability to expand global education and our knowledge. Throughout history, major events amongst countries have influenced this flattening upon our world, ultimately shrinking it from medium to small. The Industrial Revolution was a time period in which fundamental changes occurred in everyday social, political, and economical life. New planting materials and new motor vehicles resulted in being able to produce faster. Agricultural loss of jobs then employed new jobs for the factories in the new industry, which led to accomplishments in the new factories. These accomplishments then produced products that required a need for more transportation, thus invoking more people to move to the cities, creating urbanization. These changes in income contributed to flattening, giving all diverse classes of people more of an equal opportunity. The new technology resulted in integrating the different classes into the political and economical aspects of society, ultimately creating a middle class, leveling the playing field in society. A publisher once commented on Thomas L. Friedman's book, The World is Flat, and stated, "This flattening of the globe requires us to run faster in order to stay in place." This statement closely relates to European imperialism, which thrived on the desire to stay in place, or in the circumstances of European countries at the time, surge ahead of their competitors. Imperialism during the 19th and early 20th centuries initiated globalization for European countries due to competition between powers. The spread of imperialism is exactly what Thomas Friedman states as the thing that will speed up the flattening process. The competition between European powers created more trade and easier connections between countries that had been irrelevant economically. The spread of one culture and disappearance of other cultures is the flattening of tradition and assimilation to one belief or idea. Various outcomes of World War II contributed to the flattening of our world. One outcome was the United Nations, that was created in order to promote international cooperation and prevent conflicts in the future. The UN's main goals are to make collaborations in international law, economical development, social progress, international security, human rights, and eventually attain world peace. The UN works as a global network to keep the world as peaceful as possible. With the end of World War II, the UN was supposed to keep the world united by incorporating every country in all decision-making and making nations work together for peace. As the world continued to advance in industrialization, countries began to utilize technology more and even incorporate it into their war tactics. During the Cold War, which spanned from the 1940s to the 1980s, the Soviet Union and America exemplified this utilization of technology through their tactics on each other. By using the media, the two countries exploited one another through propaganda. The West portrayed the Soviets as being aggressive, therefore creating a fear of the East. They countered this attack with propaganda that claimed the wealthy people of the U.S. received their high income through the manufacture of weaponry. Both sides never physically fought, yet their exploitation in the media globalized our world, as all other countries' decisions on the war were influenced by their propaganda. All of the events that appeared between the Industrial Revolution and the Cold War show the gradual change in the world's international activity. Each major event contributed in the process of globalization, which systematically changed the world from medium to small.